Ooh.
The runaway cards, the slipper. See, that's the other challenge of double sleeving is sometimes they're super, super slippery. But we saved the day. No cards were damaged in the making of this video. Okay, we are at our LGS, the replay collections now, and you can see there's nobody else here because we get to do a nice little collection video for you guys here. So we're going to be taking a look at one of my buddy Zach's collection, kind of go through some of the stuff and try to build a bunch of different modern decks for it. So let's go over and take a look at the collection itself because there's a lot of cool stuff to look at here. Okay, so we got piles of stuff, we've got boxes, we've got fat packs, we've got all kinds of stuff. So Zach, walk me through a little bit of what we're seeing and what we're looking at here.
Okay, so got back into Magic, started off primarily as a Commander player,
Right.
but over the years my time to play Commander has kind of dwindled, getting into other hobbies, doing different RPGs and such like that. So Modern Night became the more viable night for me to play Magic. So I started trying to restructure my collection to be available to that. Now, coming from Commander, I like playing a little bit more jank, a little bit, some non-traditional decks or some older decks from my prior years of Magic. So that's kind of what we have here.
So all of these are your current modern decks that you're piloting with?
Yes.
Okay.
So 9 different decks, kind of go through different things. I have links I can provide for what they currently look like, and maybe that means we can take a look at what was and what is now after today.
Cool.
This box here is just modern legal.
Got it.
I won't say viable. I won't say playable.
It is allowed to be played in modern. Whether it is played in modern is a different question.
Correct. Just trying to do some legwork for having the availability. Definitely some cards in here. I know I want to get into these existing decks.
We got to go through that process.
Go through that process, make sure the right tweaks happen. But this is all organized by color and then CMC. Moving onward, we kind of have the, I guess, ugliness of collecting for as long. So really, the boxes here, the fat packs that you see, are all stuff that I haven't had the time to really organize.
Which comes with collecting.
Which comes with collecting. I do have somewhat of a system. I won't call it perfect. I don't think any system's perfect. But we have a box here that is primarily lands, where I try to keep my rares, mythics separated, and then just non-basics just to have on hand. Like I said, primarily a Commander player, always looking for additional copies of some utility lands and such. Then in this 4-row, we have the remainder of my collection. Each column has 1 to 2 different colors, separated out different things. Soul Ring,
I was like, we're seeing
Commander
lots of Commander stuff already.
And then just some extra supplies to have on hand. Now, one nice thing about collecting for as long as I have been, and I know this isn't any grand fare of a showcase for a collection, I've definitely seen better, but one of the avenues I opted to try to collect are masterpieces, which I have a fairly decent start.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Judge promos just always caught my fancy. So
yeah, some of the art on the Judge, like I love the
birthing pod
one in particular. Yeah,
everyone has a different opinion on that. They either call it an alien egg or everyone sees something a little bit different in it. My favorite here though is the Omniscience. I just like the way that kind of looks.
So stylized for it. Yeah.
Then beyond that, we have expeditions that I've been working on. These were all at one point within Commander decks.
Yeah, some of these, like, I really like the Misty a lot on these, but like even just the border of it. I know a lot of people weren't as happy, I feel like, when they first released these ones, but like, I don't know, it's so stylized that I like it a lot.
It is, and that's one thing that catches my attention on them is that these from more than any normal type of border treatment for Magic. Like, this is trying to showcase the art.
Yes.
Like, you still have the description because it's needed for those new to Magic or those who just need an occasional reminder from alternating between decks so often, which I am one of those people, which is one of the reasons why I don't tend to play with too many foreign language cards.
Yeah, I'm not a big foreign language fan as much. I mean, except for when it comes to like the Phyrexian cards that I'm a sucker for, but that's part of my collecting niche that I'm like, oh, Phyrexian, yes, more poison-related stuff.
Yeah, and then from here we just get into some of the promos.
The promos
and stuff,
are cool. Oh yeah, and you've even got a couple of the like pre-release ones, which I feel like are definitely going to be more of a collecting piece for a lot of people now that they've gotten rid of it.
Yes.
And it's just a cool snapshot of like, oh, I was playing it this time, or like.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Cool.
That's it for that. I'm sure we'll see some more pieces that should go in that binder as we go through, but.
Awesome. All right, well let's dive into it. Let's start going through everything and see what we can find. Is there a deck that you want to start with then, if we're going to go through it and look through it and see, okay, could we, like, if your focus is to do sideboard stuff first, do you want to do that with existing decks to see how we could tune the sideboards of current decks and then maybe shift into what could we do to upgrade the main board, or do you want to just go tear apart and look through the deck and say, okay, where are the weaknesses, where are the strengths, where can we lean one way or the other? Which would you like to start with for it?
The only real decks I see keeping as is fully are these three.
Okay.
So that's Slickshot Curdape,
Yep.
Rhinos,
Yep.
Mono Green Toxic,
Okay.
which I know I need to pull a set of Birds of Paradise because I will need to swap those out for one of the playsets of elves I have.
Got it.
Just
Okay.
because currently what's in sideboard are the elementals from Lordwind Eclipse. So I
okay.
need the possibility to produce different color mana.
That makes sense. Okay. Instead of just forcing all the shock lands into the list, you're like, oh, I can make it work with birds and stuff like that. Okay.
One that sits kind of in between is Mono Black Reanimator, if you want to call it, or my Moonshadow deck.
Okay.
This, I have grounds in here to potentially turn it into Grixis Reanimator.
Okay.
However, a lot of people were building that.
Yes.
That has become one of the primary decks here. I would say that Reanimator and Ruby Storm are taking off as people are preparing for RCQ season.
Yes.
So there are
which goes really well when I'm playing Esper Ketramos and just have all this main board exile effects, and I'm just like, go ahead, play in your graveyard, try to flash your stuff back. It's not gonna work for you.
Absolutely. So I think maybe where to start would be take a look through the decks that I am not fully certain on where their grounds are, and then as we go through the box of other stuff, see what potential there may be.
Okay, I like that.
So we have the Mono Blue Mill.
Yes.
Which, if you want to crack that open.
Let's crack this guy open here and see what sort of goodies we've got. Open up. The explosion. Yes. All right, let's see.
So some deck boxes will have a divider, some
So
will just
they're
have the
sideboard
cards
stuff.
inverted.
Ooh, Counterspell, Relics, Harbinger, Dismembers, Tasha's. No Tasha's main board, or do you have two main board? Let's find out.
That is a very good question. Let's find out.
All right.
And feel free to lay this out however you need or whatnot.
Visions. Okay, cool. Let's do our lands down here first, and then because I always like to sort that first when I'm like actually taking apart decks of like lands and spells real quick. Gemstones. And your land base, even just with the quick glances, is looking clean. With like, you have, fetch lands to trigger your crabs. We've got the Field of Ruins, and then like the utility lands essentially here, which is really nice. Utility lands, field. Also, nice island choice there.
Thank you. Where I'm able, I prefer my basics to match.
Ah, okay, okay. That makes sense. I like doing that too, but I also like being a degen and being like, they're all mismatched, and half of them are white border and half of them are, like doing doing some horrible
That's
things
fair.
that way.
But I have particular tastes for basics,
6.
so when I can get the ones I'd like to match, that's how they happen. Just as a, if I could, like all the ones in Hammer Time would be the
Ah, okay, yes.
the unlands. I would have to say those are probably the basics from any unset are probably my favorite.
Yeah, the unsets really do a really good job with like the stylized versions of the lands and stuff like that. All right, Chancellors. Okay, Fracture, Surgical, Subtlety, Force Negation's nice. I'll put that over here for now. Rune Crab. Oh, you got a singleton alternate art Rune Crab.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Brazen Baller. Okay, so we talked earlier about like the idea of Dimir and like some of the benefits that you get are like more removal, but the way that you've kind of gone about it, it's more control-y, subtleties, thank you, Force of Negations, Brazen Borrowers. That's sort of your delay tactics that you're going for instead of hard removal.
Yeah, I originally tried to go the control route because of what decks are played here.
Yes.
Not too many decks are primarily creature focused. The creatures that they end up playing usually fall into more of the combo strategy. So the threat of them attacking isn't too forward there. So
Isn't too bad. And like worst case, you could have your sideboard have some more tools to support that too. I mean, for the most part, like I like the idea of the mono blue mill because of the way that you're designing it with the subtleties and the Brazen Borrower, specifically because you said your shop's got a lot more of the combo stuff that you can deal with easier because of these tools. I do think, what are we at? Lands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, that's looking pretty good. 22. Yeah, I do feel like the Chancellors is the only like weak link from here.
And that makes sense. So that's, I should have a playset of the new creature from Secret of Strixhaven.
So you'll do that as a replacement for it, essentially?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I'm also trying to think if there's a way we can fit the 2 Tashas in the main board. Just because of the exile effect.
That's true.
And if you're playing against a low to the ground deck, like Storm or something like that, you could shred a bunch of their tools. Some of the like Grixis Reanimator you're talking about, not so much. But even like we've got Yawgmoth players and stuff like that that have a lot of low to the ground stuff that you're like, I feel like you're probably bringing this in a lot more than not.
Correct.
And that could also be the other decision of like, can I find a way to fit this in the main board then if I'm constantly bringing it in almost every matchup? This we're not touching because we know we're replacing that with the new creature.
Right.
And that's just going to sit over there. I don't want to get rid of any Fractured Sanities.
So one thing I can think of is that more times than not, I'm finding that Visions isn't really doing too much for me.
I'm not even running any in my list anymore.
Okay.
I've cut it completely. I mean, there are those some situations where you can be like, yeah, I like visions, but I could see just getting rid of it altogether. And even if we just do 2-2 to start with, or we can get rid of it all and find other tools to put in the place. Like, I mean, the deck is a tap out deck, right? Your goal is to sit here and be like, I'm going to play a crab early, get some landfall triggers, and then just like start jamming these fractured or Tashas, things like that.
All right.
But because you've got subtlety and you've got forces, you still are like, oh no, I can still interact even though I'm tapped out. So I like that idea. Do you think that there would be something you'd want to try to replace the other visions, or do you think doing like a 2-2 split like that would be more comfortable for you? So we get more sideboard slots now if we're taking those out.
We do.
But I don't necessarily like the idea of visions being in the sideboard because I feel like we can get more impactful cards to help us out and shore up some of the weaknesses that the deck might have.
So one of the things I was thinking about is when I was putting this deck together, I had a lot of filler slots.
Yeah.
A good portion of my sideboard was just in the main deck. So at one point in time, I was just running 2 relics within the main, just to kind of build off of the milling that I'm already doing.
Yeah.
But don't really know if that's mainboard viable. But I think cutting the 2 remaining visions is something to definitely take a look at.
Yeah. So let's see. Like the other, like I like the control-y stuff. Consigns make sense. Counterspells, relics, the Harbinger, dismembers, even the chalice is cool. The stock up here though.
Yeah. It was a one-of that I put in the sideboard because for a while they were hard to find, but
And now they got reprinted with the new Strixhaven.
Yes, so I do believe we'll find some extra copies in the box.
Okay. Do you think that you would want to do the stock up in the main over another Visions? Like even if you just have a one-of, like doing that little flex spot like that, and then that essentially would free up 3 sideboard slots for us.
I do like that. Especially depending on how a match may be going, just taking a setup turn.
It's like, again, because the idea of being a tap-out deck, of like, well, I've already got my crabs. Do I need another land here? Do I need a mill spell? Do I need a way to interact with you? A surgical, a force, a subtlety? Like,
Right.
I feel like because you're a little bit more control-y, it could help you find tools.
Right.
But I don't know. It might be worth trying.
Yes, I think that's definitely an avenue to explore. So
we'll put this in this like maybe stuff right now. But I also think that also helps with the sideboard side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3 slots for the sideboard still. Do you want to look for stuff that could be Dimir choices then at this point? Or do you want to just kind of make a list of like, because essentially we got 2 potential more slots in here. We know we need the 4 new Strixhaven creature, which I can't remember the name of.
correct. Names are going to escape me. So
It's the, like, whenever you cast a instant or sorcery, right? It
Yes.
mills 3, and then if it costs 5 or more, you mill even more, which pretty much is only going to be our archive trap, which is perfectly fine. I have been seeing some players make a mono blue mill for Legacy because you also get like Force of Will and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's very fun and memey, but are you going to win with it? Nah, probably not, but you're going to have fun with it.
probably not. I'm going to be taking the same approach for my Legacy decks as I am this, but
Good. Okay, I think that's a good like jumping off point with the deck. Also, there's 3 sideboard slots that are available with this.
3 sideboard.
Regardless of what color we go for.
Okay.
So that could be like more Brazen Borrowers. It could be more counter spells, like
Yes.
more Force of Negations, or even Mystical Dispute is a really good one. because there is a decent amount of blue running around. You're just like, here's one blue, essentially counter unless you pay 3, which
Right.
most of the time people are not able to, especially in like the reanimator strategies and stuff like
Yes.
that. They're like, so I think this is looking. I think we have a good direction for this.
Okay.
I like that.
So now we've taken a look at the deck as it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to continue looking through the decks and keep notes, or do we want to dive into the box as in between?
Let's dive into the box now and
Okay.
see if there's any things that we can see that might help us maybe fill out the sideboard, or we find something else that goes, oh wait, we can immediately replace the visions now with this card or something like that.
Okay.
I like
Sounds
that.
good. I will say one of the things, I do have a couple sets of Tamios, so those may also be...
Tameo's not bad. I think it's also like Tameo might be good, especially if you were talking about like the other shells, like a Grixis shell or something like that. Oh, you got this cool Hedron crab you can put in there. That's.
That was in there before I had the rest of my cards.
Oh my
so.
gosh, you got all kinds of like secret layer crabs you can do, like a different art for each crab.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you've got them right here.
There we go.
Perfect. Do you care about them being foil or non-foil?
I don't. That's actually one thing that I don't really hold a preference to.
Okay, well you got 2 foils and 4 non-foils here.
Let's do a 2 and 2 then.
Excellent. 2 and 2, I like that. All right, we'll set those aside because we can. Sorry, Chancellor, you're a cool card, but this is not a bad sideboard card. This is not a bad sideboard card for like thinking. I mean, we can always do more consigns. Strict Serenade I like a lot. I got the cool Strict Serenade. Switch birds out. You mentioned the Tamios. Oh, and they're foil, and you got regular ones too.
Yes.
Scour's not a bad card, but I think we're past that in Modern. Spell Pierce is also pretty good for like sideboard options.
I will clarify, there is a chance that we will find some cards that may no longer be modern legal. So if any of those catch your eye, do please
Just
pull them
right.
aside, because it's been some time.
Ooh, Sink into Stupors also might be worth adding in. Thundertrap Trainer's cool. Blighted Agent.
Yeah, that kind of goes into the unblock.
Mm-hmm. Counterspell. So the star chart's not bad, but I don't know if it's necessarily what we're trying to, or what we need to be doing.
Right.
Another Brazen. Here's some more stock ups. We could do that. I don't know if we necessarily need to have. I don't feel like going for more than one or more than 2 stock ups would be helpful for the
Okay.
list. I think if we do go for some stock ups, that could be useful. Sink into Stupor. I mean, 1 to 2 is probably not bad. I mean, we could also do the Harbinger main board too, because we are mono blue. I mean, it does hurt a little bit with some of our fetches, but for the most part, like,
Right.
it hurts more people more than it hurts us. So, Riddlers are always cool, but not really fitting for our deck. So you were talking about the sneak stuff. Yeah, I mean, trying to think. It's like, we like to meme at our shop of like, send a message, right? I'm gonna attack with this crab. Oh, okay, no blocks. And then you're like, all right, cool. Now mill half is not a bad.
Yeah, but it's going to be a one-trick pony.
It's gonna, yeah. It's like once you get it, everyone's gonna know now, and then they're gonna go, well, I'm gonna block, right?
Right.
Logic Now's cool. Okay. Did I look through this pile? I can't even remember. Yes, these are the spell pierces. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have essentially 2 more slots main board, right? If we
Yes,
do
for
the
the
visions. We could do the 2 stock ups to replace it. We could do it 1 stock up, 1 sink into Stupor. especially if because there are cascade decks running around, living end and things like this kind of can get around, especially when they go misfail, uncounterable, and you're like, nah, return your living end to your hand now, right? Like it gives us a little bit of protection in a way, but again, it's like three drop is our tap out mentality, and if we're tapping out to do one of our mill spells, we won't have the 3 mana for Sink into Stupor, so. But this could also be a sideboard card, but I prefer it main board if we're going to do it. We could even shave a land to put it in there, and it could be both. I don't know if we need the Tamios for it.
That's fair. Tamios were picked up for... I forget the name of the deck now.
I mean, the Tamios are great.
Yeah. I just happened to fall into the second set, so. Do we need third force?
I don't. It's like, I don't know if we would need this so much as these would be more impactful for the sideboard. I don't think we need another one in the main board. I think 2 is good for the main board. So we could say no to force. I think Strict Serenade for sideboard is going to be really good. Because there tends to be a really impactful creature coming down, Kappa Cannoneer or something like that you're just like, we're not going to deal with that, right? Just put a stop to that. Into the Flood Mall is not bad. I don't know. What do you think from these cards that we've pulled out? Are there anything else that you think could be beneficial for what you're trying to do?
I think one stock up in main, one stock up inside could be beneficial.
Okay.
I don't really know if... I think 2 may get crowded because with my luck, I'll end up with both of them in my hand.
Yep.
Brazen Bar or any of the adventure type creatures, I just like the versatility. One my Bone Crusher Giant is always great to have in a deck if you have room to play it. And I don't think Borrower is any different. So I got a 2 of count already in the deck.
Correct.
But creature-wise, at least once I want to stick around, I really only have the crabs. So maybe that's an idea just for if it turns into a mid-game or...
Gives you another avenue. Also, it can help you answer some planeswalkers or something like that.
Right.
Like, I at least have a 3 evasive creature that can come and try to chip away at stuff.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any Ashioks? The Dream Render one, the
multicolor one?
Yep, the 1 and 2 Dimir.
I believe I may have 1 or 2. The back corner there should be multicolor.
Okay. Because I think that might also be something to consider. There's one of the Ashioks, but not the one we need. The slipperiest of boys. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Perfect.
Couple. Let's see what other goodies we got. More cool rhinos. Oh, the Kaidos. Got some ley lines. Very nice. Elementals. It's like, I was like, you could just probably make like a living end deck with some of these stuff that you got in here.
Ironically, a spell I don't own.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't have living end. I don't have violent outbursts. Those were all existing in between times of my existence in Modern.
That makes a lot of sense. There's the frogs, auto erasure, helix. been seeing some talk about people trying to start experimenting because it's the last Titan, you know. Anamorphose is sweet. Oh, Bird Fairy. Okay, one Shardless Agent. Catchermose. Another Teferi. Okay, all right. Okay. I like that as our 3 sideboard slots
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the Ashiok's, or the Strixhaven. So well, that's good. But where does that put us?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so that's our full
So sideboard's good.
sideboard stuff. We still have these essentially flex spots, I think, was our...
Yeah, the Chancellors were going to come out for the Strixhaven creature. What is the name of this thing? So we
Oh,
actually
yeah,
have
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, Exhibition Tricolor.
There we
Okay.
go. All right, so these are immediate replace.
Yes.
We got that. Oh, we did 2 of these for 2 of the
Tashas.
Tashas. Okay, so
Okay.
we did have essentially 2 more slots. We talked about one of them being a stock up. And so then that still leaves us 1 or potentially 2 if you do the 61 card special, which I'm a big fan of. Unless you don't want the stock up and you feel like...
No, I'm a fan of having the stock up just for the just in case. I'm thinking maybe do a one of stock up and one of the sink.
Sink into stupor and
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it gives us more. Again, it's like the 3-drop stuff tends to be where we're at with this deck, but it's like the utility of it. I feel like is going to be really good. I like that. I feel good about how that's looking.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Mill deck updated. All right. These. So the benefit of double sleeving, this does become a little bit easier.
Yes. I am a fan of double sleeving, just for one the feel, but also the protecting the cards. So there's a there.
Cool. I like that. I feel like we did good doing some updates for the mill, mono blue mill, ready to troll people. There's people that love or hate mill. I feel like that it's one of the others. Nobody that's like indifferent about mill.
It's fun, and the only time I've been known to have some opinions on mill myself, but it really comes down to the don't mill if you don't plan on winning.
Yeah, right? It's like you could do very well with it. I mean, we had a buddy Lucas that comes to the shop that was borrowing decks, and I gave him mill one week, and he was so upset by it, yet he won and went undefeated. So, like, the runaway cards, the slipper. See, that's the other challenge of double sleeving is sometimes they're super, super slippery. But we saved the day. No cards were damaged in the making of this video.